welcoming you into Alumni Field in Ann Arbor. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties, but I think we figured them out. I'm Owen Klein alongside Kobe Siegel. Michigan plays Illinois in the second of a three-game series. Currently top of the first inning. Michigan secured 2 outs thus far, but Illinois currently has the bases loaded.
Yeah, and Megan Ward, shortstop, hitting .279 on the season. Not much power, but still very capable of making contact. And Michigan has to make sure with the base loaded that they get an out. Yes, and it is now 0-1 on Megan Ward from Jessica LeBeau. And 2 outs here. Bases loaded for the junior shortstop. And swing and a miss. 0-2.
Big pitch there for Jessica LeBeau, trying to get out of this inning without surrendering a run. Still 0-0, top 1. It's a big pitch here. It's 0-2 to Megan Ward.
Huge pitch.
Here comes the 0-2. That one is high. Count moves to 1-2.
And all the base runners have been pretty. All the wounds have been self-inflicted on a misplay by the first baseman and 2 walks. So I think if Jessica LeBeau can make a pitch here, I think Michigan should be okay, especially with the 1-2 advantage.
1-2 count to Megan Ward. .279 on the season. Big pitch coming here early in this one. Michigan sits at 17-15 on the season. Illinois 23-15. Both have struggled to start Big Ten play, below 500 record, so a win here would be massive. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, dropped third strike, and the play is made at first, so Michigan and LeBeau get out of the inning without surrendering a run.
Yeah, I mean, that is just a huge play, and Michigan looks fired up. But for Illinois, that is very disappointing. 2 runners on, 1 out, and they don't score. They might feel that later in this game.
For Michigan, it's Sealer, Blair, Mattia to lead off. All solid averages. Michigan looks to get it going offensively as we enter the bottom of the first. Sunny day here in Ann Arbor. Latter part of the spring season. Baseball also playing today. Looks like we're finally making it out of the clear in terms of the weather.
Yes, yeah, looks very nice. We got baseball playing right across from us. You could theoretically see 2 games at once, which is pretty awesome. And for Michigan, it'll be Ellie Seiler, Lexi Blair, and Ellie Mattia leading off the 3 outfielders also at the top of the order.
A lot of solid bats at the top of the order for the Wolverines. Sealer, .333 on the season. Blair hitting .375. So we'll see if Michigan can provide a spark early. So we make our way to the bottom of the first.
Lexi Blair leading the team in on-base percentage, .439. That is wildly good.
For the Illini, it's Tori McQueen as the pitcher. .292 ERA on the season, the lefty. 4-2 record. She's been good for the Illini thus far. Sealer leading off for Michigan. Here's the first pitch. Squares up to bunt, and that is actually caught by the catcher. An excellent play by Berkmeyer to Tyler Sealer. Some quick instincts there to catch the foul tip bunt out of the air.
What a play. I mean, ready on the first pitch. I mean, just pouncing on that bunt. So, I mean, Huge play. Wow.
It'd be Lexi Blair, and the Illini all of a sudden have one out. One pitch in.
She leads the Wolverines in doubles with 9.
First pitch is swung on in sky to left field. That's Meade going back and making the catch. Nice play by her. 2 pitches, 2 outs for the Illini.
Yeah, very quick inning so far. Ali Mataya.
Mattia for the Wolverines, the senior, hitting .255. In the 3 spot for Michigan. Here's the first pitch. One is high and outside. 1-0 count.
See if Mataya can see some more pitches than her previous 2 hitters.
Big swing and miss on the second pitch evens the count at 1-1. Mattia has been a steady force for the Wolverines all season, playing and starting in 32 games. The 1-1 from McQueen. One is low and outside. Count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, and Tori McQueen 4-2 with a 2.92 ERA on the season. Only 37 strikeouts, so not the biggest strikeout pitcher.
Here comes the 2-1. One is swung on and fouled back. Count evens at 2-2. The lucky fan made a nice catch.
Wow.
Kind of robbed the ball of going over the stands. Played by him.
It's a fantastic souvenir. Wow.
Great show out here in Alumni Field. Can't see much bleacher at all. Really well filled up on a beautiful day here in Ann Arbor. 2-2 to Mattia is swung on and fouled back.
Great job, Mataya, to fight this one off. Tough pitches from McQueen. She's got good velocity so far, it looks like.
Mattia and McQueen battling early. Count is 2-2. Here it comes. Floater gets her for a strike. Mattia caught looking in Michigan. Goes down 1-2-3 to start the first. Still 0-0, moving to top of the second.
Very quick inning. Great job by Tori McQueen shutting this Michigan lineup down.
Only took 8 pitches to get all 3 outs. But the first 2 batters on the opening 2 pitches. So really light work for McQueen in that first inning.
And for Illinois, 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Danielle Davis, Paige Berkmeyer, and Yazi Avila. You know, I mean, Danielle Davis is no slouch, even though she is in the 7 hole. 17 RBIs in the season, 4 homers, 485 slugging, just 3rd best on the team. So, I mean, no slouch in the 7 hole here.
Yeah, the 4 home runs, second in the Illinois batting order all season. Behind Kelly Riono, who has been one of the best hitters in the Big Ten. As Jessica LeBeau and the Wolverines prepare to defend in the top half of the second. Davis due up for the Illini.
And Jessica LeBeau, a little bit of a contrast from Tori McQueen. She has almost a strikeout per inning. So,
2 quality
pretty
pitchers here today. LeBeau 3.02 ERA on the season. As Danielle Davis digs in to start the top of the second. 0-0 ball game. First pitch actually hits Davis there, and she will take her base.
I mean, took it like a champ. No flinching, just tossed the bat, ran down to first. And now she's trying to walk it off. That looked like it might hurt. But all things considered, a pretty good spot to get hit in the hip. Like, as long as you don't get hit in, like, the face or, like,
Definitely.
the ribs or something.
Davis seems okay. She's at first. Berkmeyer now stands in for the Illini. First pitch to her. Squares up to bunt. Pops in the air. Foul. Can they make the play? No.
That was almost a scary collision between catcher and first base in there.
Both went diving. Everyone seems to be okay. Play wasn't able to be made. It'll be an 0-1 count. Illinois has had 4 base runners so far. So they've been active early. Haven't mustered any runs yet.
Lena Livingston playing up for the bunt, along with Audrey LeClaire.
The 0-1 to Berkmeyer. Squares up to bunt, but that one way over the catcher's head. Davis will take second easily. LeBeau seeming to struggle with her command a bit in the second inning. Hit a batter, and now a wild pitch.
Yeah, and I think the bunt sometimes, when you know someone's bunting, maybe you get in your head a bit and try to throw a perfect pitch.
1-1 to Berkmeyer. Davis now at second. Squares out to bunt. It's going to roll right back to LeBeau. Makes the play at first. Davis advanced to third. So Berkmeyer with the sacrifice bunt there.
Yeah, perfect execution by Illinois, getting the runner over to third. And yeah, Zavila, I wonder if they'll try to bunt Davis in from third.
Possibly. Avila, 182, the freshman on the year, the lefty.
Michigan's playing in, it looks like.
Michigan playing extremely in, yep. The first pitch squares up to bunt. Good stop there by the catcher. Count is 1-0.
Yazzie Avila, only 6 hits on this season. So I think that's the strategy there.
Wolverines infield extremely in here. Comes the 1-0. One bounces in. Count moves to 2-0.
But I mean, with a 2-0 count, you don't have to bunt if Michigan keeps playing in. Maybe she can hit one over the infielders. It looks like we're going to have a conference on the mound here.
Bonnie Toll and the Michigan infield coming in for a meeting. It's currently 2-0 to Yazzie Avila. 1 out so far for the Wolverines, top of the second.
And early in the game here, with the top of the order coming up next for Illinois, I wonder if the strategy is like, you don't necessarily have to get the runner out at home, but looks like they're probably going to want to, considering there's considering there's 1 out here and they're playing very in.
Here comes the 2-0 to Avila. One is swung on and missed. Count moves to 2-1. You got to think if it's a hard hit ground ball, that Michigan infield is going right to home plate. It isn't a force for Davis. There's no one else on. There is only 1 out. We'll see if Avila can hit Davis in here. Count is 2-1.
Maybe she goes back to the bunt here after 2-1.
Holds back, and that is in for a strike. Count evens at 2-2.
Great pitch there. Now that really limits the options here for Illinois.
2-2 count. Yazzie Avila. Kind of an awkward looking swing there.
Yeah, that was like a swunt. I don't know.
Looks like she did foul it off, so count remains at 2-2. Michigan infield still in. Here comes the 2-2. One is swung on and fouled. Hard hit down the third base line.
I mean, a great battle here. Avila doing her best. Like, Avila just has to put this ball in play, because if she strikes out, that is very disappointing. Give your runner on third base a chance to score.
Here comes the 2-2. That one is low. Count moves full. Big chance, like you said, Kobe, for Illinois to put on an early run here.
In a big blocked there by Riley Kurikaburu. Ball gets past. Illinois might have a lead.
The 3-2. When it's swung on and belted, it's going to be a single. Went right in between LeClaire and McVeigh, shortstop and third baseman. And Avila has an RBI single in the second. Illinois leads 1-0.
Yeah, tremendous execution there for Avila. Gets her 7th hit. And that's the trade-off. When you're playing in line drives, we'll get through a little bit.
Looks like there might have been an out here. Umpire explaining to the Illinois head coach. So Michigan is credited with the out. I believe at... So, interesting situation here. Davis is remaining at third.
Yeah, they're calling it a strikeout.
I think they may have been miscounting the strikes. So Davis remains at third. Meanwhile, leadoff hitter, it's going to be Steiner, who grounds out the short. So no runs for Illinois. Kind of a weird ending to that inning, but I guess they called Avila out on strikes. They were miscounting the strikes before she actually got the base hit that hit Davis in. So that pitch never counted. Davis remained at third. Steiner came up with 2 outs and immediately grounded out. Hopefully that makes sense to you all. I'm still trying to make sense of it, but
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's possibly did she step on the plates? I'm not sure.
not sure what happened. So
But,
yes,
yeah.
they do say that Avila struck out swinging.
I mean, that is huge. A strikeout was the only thing you couldn't have if you were Illinois and they ground out. So very lucky for Michigan. The sack bunt does not work, and that is one of the trade-offs with bunting is if you're not bunting for a hit and you're just doing a sack bunt, you do trade the out for the runner moving over, and sometimes I think the analytics would tell you that a lot of times it doesn't work out.
Didn't work out that time for Illinois. Score remains at 0-0. So we move to the top of the second. Bottom of the second, rather. Excuse me. Michigan up to bat. It'll be Kiki Toll.
Yeah, Keatol, very unique hitter. 5'11" slugging percentage, but only gets on base less than, her on base run is less than 300. She also 7 homers, the most by far. So I mean, very interesting hitter.
7 walks on the year for Thole. First pitch was fouled away. Here comes the 1-1. One is low and inside. Count evens at 1-1. Michigan hitless so far. Still early. They're 0 for 3 as a team. They went 1-2-3 in the first inning. Looking to get a bit more going here in the second. Tori McQueen for the Illini doing an excellent job keeping Michigan at bay so far.
Let's see if Michigan can get some base runners.
Here comes the 1-1. One is in for a strike. Good looking pitch there. Count moves to 1-2.
Yeah, I think Thole might have been a bit fooled there with the off speed.
And here comes the 1-2. One is swung on and fouled. Good solid contact down the third baseline.
Thole does not strike out a lot, so 1-2. I think, I think with nobody on base, I think she can still think about some power here. As the outfielders are playing pretty back.
And here comes the 1-2. One bounced way ahead of the plate. Looks like it might have slipped out of McQueen's hand.
Yeah, that's just a non-competitive pitch at all, and those really hurt you because It because the batter just can't swing it. It's just a free ball.
2-2 to Kiki Thole. Here it comes. Swung on. Skied out of the complex.
That was crushed. That was a foul ball home run.
Good opening at bat here in the second inning for Kiki Thole. Count is 2-2. And here comes the 2-2. Great eye there by Thole to hold back. It was high and away.
This is just a fantastic at bat here, from 1-2 to 3-2.
Certainly. Here comes the 3-2. One is swung on and fouled back. Kiki Thole staying alive.
Wow, this is a really impressive at bat here. Is this like 8 pitches, something like that?
Double the amount of pitches that McQueen threw in the first inning, and the opening batter, Kiki Thole, alone. Here comes the 3-2. That one is skied to right field. Under it is Steiner, who makes the grab. After a hard-fought battle, Kiki Thole is retired.
Yeah, Kiki Thole should not be upset about that. That was a fantastic at bat there, and fly out, but she did the best she could.
So Livingston steps up for the Wolverines with 1 out. First pitch is fouled back. Another fan with a souvenir to take home. Livingston, the first baseman, 5th in the order for the Wolverines, .244 on the season batting average. On base percentage at .326. Here comes the 0-1. Just a bit outside. Count evens at 1-1.
Let's see if Michigan can get their first base runner of the game.
The 1-1. One is swung on and popped up into left field. Another play there by Meade. That's the second putout in 2 innings for the left fielder. As McQueen's perfect game remains perfect.
Wow, you're going to jinx the perfect game in the second inning.
Just calling it ahead of time, making sure.
In a lot of flyouts here.
2 flyouts to start this inning. Indiana Langford squares up to bunt. One goes foul.
Yeah, Indiana Langford, I guess. Wonder if that was on her own there, or if she got a sign from third. Because 2 outs, getting a single here. Not very dangerous for Illinois. Let's see if she once again.
Here comes the 0-1. One is swung on. Looks like Langford may have gotten a piece of it. Regardless, count moves to 0-2.
Langford only 5 hits and 1 RBI on the season, but she's only started 6 games here.
Langford, the freshman. Next pitch is swung on and dribbled down the third base line. It rolls foul, though. So Langford stays alive. Michigan hitters, especially in this inning, doing a much better job of lengthening at bats. We got 4 or 5 foul balls in this inning alone. Here comes the 0-2. One just outside. Count moves to 1-2.
Great eye there, but Michigan's getting into these tough counts here, like 0-2, 1-2. Very hard to hit in those counts.
We'll see if Langford can extend this at bat any further, and she can. It's going to be a dribbler down the third base line. Good play there, though, by Rommel. Langford looks like she almost had it beat out, but Ramel making a nice play from third to first as Illinois gets out of the second inning. There has not been a Wolverine base runner yet. 6 up, 6 down for the Wolverines as they go back out to defend. Score remains 0-0. So we enter the top of the third here at Alumni Field. Jessica LeBeau going back to work for the Wolverines.
Both 42 pitches so far. A little bit of trouble both innings. Let's see if she can avoid some trouble, though. Getting the 2, 3, and 4 just for Illinois. Not exactly avoiding trouble.
Big difference in the number of pitches thrown between McQueen and LeBeau, the two starters. McQueen currently sitting at 25 total pitches. LeBeau, like you said, Kobe, at 42. See if she can get that pitch count down a bit with a quick inning here. It's going to be Meade, Riono, and Ramel. 2, 3, 4 for Illinois here in the top of the third. Michigan has done a good job, though, of making sure no one scores. They've let a lot of people on base. They had bases loaded in the first inning, but Michigan defense doing a good job of bending, not breaking. Score remains 0-0.
Yeah. And I think a quick inning would do a lot for LeBeau's confidence as well.
Be Stevie Meade. First pitch is high and away. Count moves to 1-0.
And difference between starting 1-0 and 0-1 is very huge, especially on a non-competitive pitch. 1-0.
The 1-0 is inside. Count moves to 2-0.
Yeah, you said earlier she's struggling with her command. Seems to be struggling a bit more this inning so far.
See if LeBeau can find the strike zone. Count is 2-0. Stevie Meade. Here it comes. One. Look, it was a good pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Count moves to 2-1. Meade singled back in the first. 342 batting average on the season. Here comes the 2-1. That one is swung on and hits the gap in the infield and rolls to the arms of Mattia in right field for a single. So Meade is on for the second time today.
And here comes Kelly Riono. This could get ugly real quick for Michigan if Riono can also get on base.
Riono very dangerous. She walked in the first. First pitch is swung on and fouled towards the Michigan dugout. Walked in the first, although 37 RBIs to her name this season. 364 batting average. So Michigan has to be very careful with what they give Riono here in this at-bat. It's 0-1 right now. Meade on first base, no outs. Here it comes. One is swung on and popped up. Catcher is under it. Called off by the third baseman, but they dropped it. And the ball goes foul. LeClaire was coming in. Like she called the catcher off and ended up dropping it. So a little miscommunication perhaps there from Michigan.
Yeah, a huge miscommunication there. That would have been a big out, but also it was a heads-up play by Meade on first. She was ready to tag up too, but that's a huge miscommunication.
So it's credited as a foul ball. One of the craziest foul balls I've ever seen. Count is now 0-2. Pitch is high. Moves to 1-2.
And when you're a catcher, it is really hard to catch those foul balls that are straight up. You don't really see it. So if third baseman thinks that they have a chance to catch it, backing off is probably smart.
Here comes the 1-2. One is just outside. Count evens at 2-2. could have been a big out for Michigan, and one hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them.
But considering it's Kelly Rano, I think it very well might come back to bite them.
We'll see here. Here's the 2-2. That one is swung on and barely fouled back. LeBeau has been good so far in this at-bat. Raiono's made contacts, but nothing super impressive. A couple foul balls. She's fighting, but LeBeau doing a great job against a good hitter. Count is 2-2. Here it comes. That one is swung on and belted at the shortstop McVeigh, who makes the catch. Big line drive out there for Michigan.
No harm, no foul. I mean, probably ended up better for them because Meade would have tried to tag up. So, I mean, yeah.
Big play there for Michigan. Meade staying at first. One out for Jessica LeBeau.
Credit LeBeau for probably not having her best stuff, but she continues to fight this game. Not letting up any runs yet.
It would be Delaney Ramel for Illinois. Fouls the first pitch back. Michigan defense once again bending, not breaking. Another base runner given up here, but Raiono is put out in a crazy at-bat. One that Michigan certainly needed. Here's the 0-1 to Ramel. That one is also swung on and fouled. Count moves to 0-2. Pitch count rising. We're currently at 52 for Jessica LeBeau.
Oh, 2 here. Gotta finish if you're Jessica LeBeau.
Here comes the 0-2. One is swung on and missed. Big strikeout. 2 outs in the inning. Now Jessica LeBeau fighting back.
LeBeau fired up, rightly so. The Michigan fielders look fired up. That was a huge out.
Big out for LeBeau in Michigan as Sydney Millot steps up. First pitch is a dribbler on the third base line. Looks like it went foul. And they're going to call it as such. LeClaire made the play anyway, but that ball did hit on the left side of the third base line. So we'll do it all over again.
That was still a great play, though. I
Showing
thought
off
that was
the arm.
fair.
Yeah.
Nolan Arenado-like.
The 0-1 to Millot is in there for a strike. LeBeau doing an excellent job finding that command again here in the third inning. Looked like she might have been struggling with it in the opening couple of innings, but has certainly bounced back in a big way here this inning. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and barely fouled back.
This is not an Illinois team that strikes out a whole lot. So that strikeout was huge.
The 0-2. One is swung on and belted to right field. Play is made by Mattia. Good piece of hitting, but Mattia had to only take a couple steps back, and she was able to make the play. So we move to the bottom of the third. LeBeau refines the command, and the score remains 0-0.
Yeah, and some solid contact that inning from Illinois, but a great job by LeBeau for bouncing back after a hit and an out that was not to be and fought back. Let's see if Michigan can take advantage and score here in the bottoms. They have no hits, no base runners, no anything.
For Michigan, it'll be Karakaburu, McVeigh, and LeClaire, 7, 8, 9 for the Wolverines as they look to get a base runner in this game. 6 straight have been retired for the Wolverines to start this one. Again, this is the second of a 3-game series between these two teams. Illinois taking the first matchup yesterday by a score of 3-0. Michigan looking to even the series here.
And Michigan also looking to get to 4-4 in the Big Ten.
Certainly. Not a bad start, but not extremely reflective of the season they had up to that point. Currently at 17-15 overall.
Riley Caricabur is 4 for 24 on the season. So 9 strikeouts, though.
Kierkegaard 167 on the season for the catcher. Here comes the first pitch. One is in there for a strike.
Great off-speed pitch.
Certainly.
Yeah, maybe expecting a fastball.
Yep.
Freezes her for strike one.
McQueen has had complete control of the Wolverine batting order up to this point. The second pitch is popped up. Can the catcher make the play? No, it'll go into the stands. It's the third souvenir for Wolverine fans so far. Certainly enjoying this sunny day in Ann Arbor. Really good turnout. Also have baseball going on in the background at Wright Fisher Stadium. Good turnout for them as well.
Just a little cold, just a beautiful day.
The 0-2 to Kierkegaard is high. Good job there of holding back. It is a bit chilly, but based on what we've had, I don't think people are complaining too much.
Yeah, no.
Certainly playable weather.
Yeah. I mean, playing in 30 degrees would be bad.
1-2 is swung on and popped up. It's the left fielder Meade coming in on it, and she makes the play. It's the third put out for Meade so far. She's been busy out in left. As McQueen continues her reign of terror on the Michigan batting order.
4 out of 7 outs here have been fly balls to left and right. So, I mean, not necessarily dangerous fly balls, though. So, I mean, great job from McQueen for getting contact. Not dangerous.
We'll see if McVeigh can end the Michigan streak of 7 straight putouts. McVeigh, the sophomore lefty, 250 on the season, 15 hits through 60 games.
All her hits have been singles as well.
The 0-1. One is just outside. Count evens at 1-1.
Michigan just needs to start with 1 base runner here. It's hard to get 5 base runners before you get 1.
The 0-1. McVeigh was scoring up to bunt. It looks like it hit the catcher, Berkmeyer, maybe in the shoe. Umpire giving her some time to walk it off.
Yeah, I wonder if she's expecting the bunt to connect and maybe wasn't focused on catching the ball. That's tough getting hit in that. There is a little padding, but not that much. So if you get hit in the foot, it hurts.
It looks like Berkmeyer is okay.
Catchers are so tough.
Yeah,
I mean, they just get hit and clipped and whatever, and they stick in there.
100%. Often unappreciated, but
Yes.
a good catcher can go a long way. And Berkmeyer has been excellent, along with her pitcher, McQueen, here today. McVeigh steps back in. The count is 1-2. We've got 1 out. Bottom of the third. Michigan yet to muster anything at the plate so far. The 1-2 is just outside. The Illinois dugout wanted that call.
Yeah, McVeigh squaring up to bunt before the pitch, but pulls it back and hits. Maybe playing some mind games here with Tori McQueen. She's scoring up again.
The 2-2, when it's swung on and fouled back. McVeigh doing a good job of staying in there and waiting for her pitch.
Yeah, the Illinois defense is relatively back, so they don't seem to view the bunt as a threat, really.
Here comes the 2-2. One is swung on, and I believe McVeigh got a piece of it. Barely got a piece of it to foul it back.
Yeah, just got a piece.
Continuing to battle here against McQueen.
Another really good at bat, but see if she can pay it off here.
Here comes the 2-2. One is swung on and popped up in the left field to go foul, though. Another quality at bat here for Michigan, and those are all good, but we'll see if McVeigh can get on. Unlike the first 7 Wolverine batters this afternoon. Doing a good job here of fighting, though, waiting for her pitch, increasing that pitch count for Tori McQueen.
Just trying to slap it over to the left side here.
Here comes the 2-2. One is swung on and grounded to short, but Ward had some trouble getting it, and McVeigh is able to reach first. So the first base runner for Michigan here this afternoon. McVeigh gets on. I would assume that would be credited as an error, but we will see. Regardless, Michigan is on for the first time.
I think I see it's been credited as a hit, which I'm not sure how much I agree with that, but
that's okay. We'll let
yeah.
the Michigan stat keepers do their thing. Regardless, Michigan gets a base runner. I'm sure Leclerc will be appreciative of that decision to make it a hit.
But McVeigh did exactly what she was trying to do, doing a little slap hit to the left side, and she tested the defense, and they did not pass the test.
Certainly. It's Audrey Leclerc now for the Wolverines. The 9-hitter looking to expand this, and she ground balled a short. Good play there by Ward. Able to gobble the ball up that time and fire it over to the first baseman, Mallett, for the second out of the inning. McVeigh advances to second.
Now a chance for the top of the Michigan order here. A base hit will probably score a run, so we'll see if they can get one through.
Sealer, 329 average, hits 294 with runners in scoring position. Got McVeigh on second. First pitch is low.
It's going to be a meeting on the mound here.
Interesting mound meeting for the Illini.
Chance for Michigan to take a lead here. If they can get a clutch hit from the top of the order, they can. I mean, that would be really frustrating for Illinois if you've had a lot better chances, but those clutch hits with 2 outs and runners on base, if Michigan can get one here, would be huge.
Ellie Sealer stands in. The count is currently 1-0 after the Illinois mound meeting. McVeigh at second for Michigan. Sealer steps in, ready to resume play. Here comes the 1-0. One is just low. Looked like a good pitch to me, but umpire thought otherwise. Count moves to 2-0.
He has a great chance here for Michigan. 2-0 count. Got the advantage. Maybe she'll get a pitch to the hit.
Here comes the 2-0. One is swung on and missed. Count moves to 2-1. Good comeback pitch there from McQueen.
if you were Queen, I guess you don't really need to give Sealer pitch hit because you do have a base open. I think you'd rather, yeah. Although Blair's on deck.
Third pitch is skied to right field. We'll see who gets under it. It's the right fielder, Steiner, who makes the play, and Michigan leaves a base runner on. They do get their first base runner of the afternoon, though. Score remains 0-0 heading into the top of the fourth. So Michigan looking a bit better that inning, maybe. Still not able to muster up anything, but it's good to see contact being made and runners getting on base.
Yeah, absolutely. They got their first hit, or yeah, they got the first hit, first run on base, whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, I think that gives them confidence that they're not just dead in the water here, and they have a chance in this game. And LeBeau looked a lot better in that third inning, so let's see if she can continue that here into the fourth, especially getting past Kelly Riano in the heart of the Illinois order.
Don't let LeBeau's performance here this afternoon be overshadowed by McQueen's. I mean, McQueen, obviously, if you ask some, I would argue if you ask most, she has a no-hitter going, but LeBeau has only given up 2 hits through 3 innings. No run so far for Illinois, and although she maybe struggled with the command to start, she's really bounced back nicely for Michigan in a needed way, because Michigan's bats are certainly struggling, but LeBeau and that Michigan defense is keeping the Wolverines afloat here early.
Yeah, and in maybe a bit of luck as Riano scalded the ball at the shortstop, but as a pitcher, you need some luck sometimes.
Definitely. Resuming play here at Alumni Field, top of the fourth about to commence. Megan Ward will step in for the Illini shortstop. As Jessica LeBeau goes back to work. Comes the first pitch. One is swung on and fouled. Line down the third base line into the Illini dugout. Ward struck out back in the first.
And his LeBeau's first strikeout of the game. Start with an 0-1 count, maybe on away to her second now, too.
Count quickly moves to 0-2 as that one is fouled back.
Ward very quickly in some trouble here.
Infield a bit in. Comes the 0-2 to Megan Ward. One is just outside. Count moves to 1-2. Like a really good pitch from Megan LeBeau.
Yeah. A gutsy take there.
Yep. Ward not biting, though. 1-2 count for the junior, Megan Ward. Here it comes. One is swung on and missed. Got her with the off speed, and LeBeau has struck out Ward 2 times now this afternoon.
And LeBeau, I mean, she looks to be getting a lot stronger here. Steadily in. See if she can get a 1-2-3 inning with the bottom of the order here.
Be Danielle Davis for Illinois stepping in, the 7-hitter. The senior got hit by a pitch back in the second.
That's back-to-back hitters starting 0-1, starting with the advantage. Worked out the first time. See if it works out again.
Here comes the 0-1. That one is low. Count evens at 1-1. LeBeau doing a great job of bouncing back from maybe some of the struggles she had in the opening innings. Quickly retired Ward. Here comes the 1-1. One is just inside. Looked good to me.
Yeah, the crowd not happy with The home plate ump, Mark
He's-
Corus.
Count is 2-1, but you could very well argue that all three of these opening pitches have been strikes. Regardless, here comes the 2-1. The infield is back a bit. I want to swung on and missed. Count evens at 2-2.
LeBeau looks so much better than she did in the first few innings.
Definitely. It's a lot more comfortable out there. Here comes the 2-2. That one is grounded to short. It's McVeigh. That looked really close. They're going to call her safe. I thought McVeigh certainly got her by half a step. We have an excellent view here from the press box right down at first base. It was a very close play, but I thought it was clear that McVeigh got her by half a step. Oh, it's a killer.
Yeah, McVeigh in the hole, played the short hop, fired over the first, and
It's a great play. Yeah.
yeah, I mean that was very close, but I think she just got her.
First pitch to Paige Berkmeyer is high. Count is 1-0. We've got one out. Stacy Newton at first base, calling Davis safe on a bang-bang play for sure. Davis at first, 1-0 to Berkmeyer is fouled down the first base line.
Yeah, Berkmeyer with the sack bunt in the second inning. I don't think she's going to sack bunt here.
Probably not, maybe. I mean, we've only got one out. Berkmeyer, 185 on the season. We've got the corners in for the Michigan infield, so maybe anticipating bunt. Next pitch is swung on and grounded to first base. Nice pick there by Livingston, who runs over to the bag to get Berkmeyer out. Davis advances to second, but a good play there by Livingston for the Wolverines.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play because if that gets through, I mean, if that gets through, you could have runners on second and third here. So, I mean, just a great play to snag it, playing in. Not much reaction time. Good decision to get over there to first.
Looks like something needs to be sorted out among the Illinois batters. Got our umpire coming over and updating the Michigan dugout on something.
I think there's no
Pinch hitter, it looks like, for Illinois. That'd be Reinyak, the junior lefty, will come into the box with Davis on second and two outs, top four. First pitch is just outside.
Yeah, and an Illinois player went into the bullpen. I wonder if they're. I don't really see any reason to pull McQueen, but maybe just, I don't know.
Here comes the 1-0. That one is swung on and grounded to third. Goes right in between Leclerc's legs. Davis advances to third. Reinyak safe at first. So runners in the corners for Illinois. Two outs. Michigan defense just not able to put them away. Here in the top of the fourth, and we have a pinch runner for Reinyak.
Yeah, I think Leclerc would tell you that she should have made that play instead of ending the inning. Illinois now is the top of the order, runners on first and third. So, see if Illinois can take advantage of a mistake here.
So Avila returns to run for Reinyak on first. So it's Avila on first, Davis on third. Avery Steiner up to bat with two outs, top four for Illinois. The score is still 0-0. Here comes the first pitch. That one is high and outside. Count is 1-0. The 1-1. One is swung on and popped in the air to left. It'll go foul, though. Count moves to 1-2 for Avery Steiner. Steiner was grounded out twice. Both the shortstop. McVeigh has been busy over there, and she's done a great job.
Michigan crowd starting to get into a little bit. It's a huge pitch right here. 1-2.
Here comes the 1-2. One is swung on and missed. LeBeau escapes a rather chaotic inning with potentially a missed call, a Michigan error, a pinch hitter, a lot going on there in the top of the fourth, but the score remains 0-0.
And no one was more fired up than Ella McVeigh at shortstop there. I mean, she thought it should have been 3 outs a while ago. And Michigan,
Definitely.
Michigan in some way gave them like 2 extra outs with maybe missed call at first and in the air at third. So, I mean, very lucky for Michigan there.
Great job by the Wolverines to get out of that one. Score remains 0-0. We have got a fun fact segment that going on here at Alumni Field. Fun fact of, I believe, Karika Burrow, the catcher. Favorite Ann Arbor restaurant is No Tie. Your thoughts on that, Kobe?
I mean, I went there once. I thought it was pretty good. Yes, and fun fact, I didn't realize No Tie is actually a bit of a chain here. I saw it somewhere, not in Ann Arbor, outside of Ann Arbor, and like I don't remember what town it is, but I've seen like 2 or 3 No Ties around Michigan.
Certainly a chain in the area. I know they've got at least 3 I can think of off the top of my head just in Ann Arbor. I know they've got others in surrounding areas, but good choice there by Karika Burrow. I'm also a fan, so.
Yeah. Now, best restaurant in Ann Arbor, I don't know about that. I haven't been to all the restaurants in Ann Arbor, but
I would say that's a not surprising student answer. No Tie seems to be pretty popular. First pitch to Lexi Blair is low for a ball. Bottom 4 here from Michigan. It's going to be 2-3-4 Blair, Mattia, Thole. Michigan got their first base runner last inning, but still unable to score any runs. Here comes the 1-0. This one is belted to right field. Carrying, going back is the right fielder, and she makes the catch. That's Davis. That ball traveled far. Davis has been busy over there in right, making a nice play.
and there's a lot of wind today. I wonder if it's hard to tell which way the wind is blowing from the flags. But that looked like it had the carry to go out, but it just kind of died.
It'll be Ellie Mattia for Michigan stepping in after the almost home run by Blair. First pitch is swung on and finds the gap in left center. Mattia extra bases. The center fielder Avila corralling it, but not before Mattia takes second, and Michigan all of a sudden has some life here in the bottom of the 4th.
First extra base hit of the game, just rifled into the gap. And, I mean, Michigan's got some life here. Finally starting to get to Tori McQueen. Two balls hit pretty hard here.
It'll be Kiki Thole now stepping in, looking to hit Mattia in potentially. Mattia at second, 1 out for Michigan. As we get a mound meeting here for Tori McQueen and her catcher, Burkmeyer.
Just a little quick meeting. I mean, probably, I assume, going over some strategy here.
1 out for Kiki Thole. Thole flew out back in the 2nd. First pitch is low for a ball. Count is 1-0. So Michigan, best opportunity thus far to score a run. Got Mattia in scoring position rather. after the double. Here comes the 1-0. It's just outside. Looked like a good pitch, but umpire calls it a ball. Count moves to 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. A dangerous spot for Illinois here.
Here comes the 2-0 to Kiki Thole. That one is swung on and grounded toward the Illinois dugout.
Yeah, Thole was really early on that one. If she stays back, that ball could be ripped.
The 2-1. One is high. Count moves to 3-1. Good at bat here for Kiki Thole.
Yeah, absolutely. What McQueen can't do here is be afraid to walk Thole, because there is a base open. You still got the double play if she's on first.
The 3-1. One is high as Kiki Thole with an excellent at bat, drawing a walk. Thole takes first. Matthias stays at second, as Melina Livingston will step up for the Wolverines. It's a big chance here in the fourth to put a run or two on the board. Another mound meeting for Illinois.
Yeah, the one thing Michigan cannot afford a double play here, but you do want to make some kind of contact to force the defense to make a play here. So I guess, I don't know.
Definitely a big moment so far for both these teams. Illinois was dominant defensively early, but Michigan, these last two innings, have gotten some base runners. Now a major threat to put the game's first run on the board.
Yeah, by far Michigan's best chance at scoring here. It's in this game where no runs scored. One run could do it. This could be a massive inning.
Melina Livingston for Michigan steps in with one out. Two runners on. First pitch is swung on and aired to center. That is Avila under it, and she makes the play. So 2 outs.
Just got under it. Great execution by McQueen with the pop out. Now Michigan got one more chance to get some kind of hit here. Looks like they're going to pinch hit the freshman, Maddie Erickson.
Erickson pinch hit for Langford. Here for the Wolverines. Erickson on the year, 256 batting average and 86 at-bats, so it's a pretty good sample size. Erickson will work with Thole on first and Mattia on second. See if the freshman can cash in here for Michigan. Time is called, so a little bit more of a delay. Erickson steps back in. First pitch is in there for a strike. McQueen goes back to that fastball.
Ty at second base has to be ready to move here.
Definitely.
Outfielders are playing pretty back, so base hit should score no matter what. So, but still got to be on your horse.
The 0-1 is swung on and aired to left field. Will that get over? Yes, it will. Erickson with a huge 3-run home run here in the fourth for Michigan. And all of a sudden, the Wolverines strike first. They lead 3-0 thanks to the Erickson 3-run home run. What a call by the Michigan coaching staff to pinch hit her. Clearly paying off, and Michigan draws first blood.
Wow. I mean, Michigan looks like an absolute genius pinch hit home runs are awesome. Wow. That was, biggest play of the game by far, no doubter. Destroyed to left. Wow. 3-0.
Huge swing for Erickson. That's only Michigan's third hit of the afternoon.
Erickson was so fired up going around the bases.
As she should be. That one, no doubt about it. As soon as it left the bat, Carrickaburo will step in with 2 outs for Michigan. First pitch is in there for a strike. Erickson with a huge hit, and a needed one for an offense that, up to that point, was pretty lackluster. Michigan jumps out to a 3-0 lead. Here comes the 0-1 to Carrickaburo. That one floats in for a strike. Great off-speed there by McQueen.
That's devastating for Illinois. They had a lot of chances to score in the first 3-4 innings, and now they're down 3-0, with LeBeau looking even more dominant on the mound.
The 0-2. Looks like it barely missed the strike zone there. Count moves to 1-2. McQueen certainly wanted that one. Here comes the 1-2. One is swung on and popped up. Third baseline foul. It's going to hit the side fence.
Yeah, Carrickaburo got absolutely fooled on that pitch. And lucky it was just a foul ball.
Still able to stay alive here. Count is at 1-2.
That was Erickson's second career college home run. First was against Longwood, March 18th.
And a needed one, but Carrickaburo strikes out. But Michigan explodes in the bottom of the 4th thanks to an Erickson home run that scored both Thole as well as Livingston. So Michigan jumping off to a 3-0 lead, Kobe. Finally able to get those bats going.
That's just such a huge home run. And, just a sigh of relief for Michigan here, as the Illinois players look to be running a bit here. I wonder if they're going to try to get some arms loose in the bullpen. Huge sigh of relief for Michigan. Devastating for Illinois. Now, key here for Michigan, keep them to no runs, keep the momentum you have, and try to score again in the 5th.
For Illinois, it'll be Meade, Riono, and Ramel, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Jessica LeBeau will stay out there for Michigan pitching. Michigan 3 hits on the day to Illinois' 4. The big difference, though, was the Erickson home run on the pinch hit. Gave Michigan a 3-0 lead, and now they're sitting comfortably. As we enter the top of the 5th, it'll be Stevie Meade for Illinois. Meade is 2 for 2 thus far. She has definitely gotten the better of LeBeau this afternoon.
Yeah, it looks like Janelle Ilacqua is going to be in there at second base for Michigan.
Ilacqua checks in at second, the freshman infielder.
So a great day for Maddie Erickson. You come in off the bench, hit a 3-run dinger, and then sub out.
Yeah. Only took one swing of the bat, and she's made the biggest difference this afternoon. First pitch to Stevie Mead is high and outside. Janelle Ilacqua at second for Michigan. LeBeau remains on the mound. For second pitch is popped up, foul to the right side. And Livingston, or Mattia rather, coming in and making the play for Michigan. So quick first out. Good communication there between the right fielder and the second baseman, Ilacqua.
Yeah, and great start for LeBeau here, coming out looking just as dominant as she did in the fourth. Really picking it up here.
Be Kelly Raiono, the dangerous Kelly Raiono. First pitch is in for a strike. Raiono is hitless so far in this game. She walked in the first and lined out in the third. Here comes the 0-1. One is just high. Good eye there by Kelly Raiono. 361 on the season, including 6 doubles, 1 triple, and get this 8 home runs.
Yeah, that's a lot of homers.
A lot of home runs there. Here comes the 1-1. One is low and in.
And I mean, this is exactly when you want her to hit with no one on base. So even if she does hit a home run, I mean,
Not too much damage.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah, only 4 hits given up to Illinois. LeBeau's done a great job. Michigan defense has done a great job. That next pitch is in for a strike. Count evens at 2-2, and LeBeau has certainly stuck with the force that is Raiono, one of the best hitters in the Big Ten, but LeBeau is giving her best stuff.
Yeah, she is in a rhythm right now.
Here comes the 2-2. That looked awfully close. They're going to call that a ball.
Oh,
That looked awfully close. The Michigan fans certainly wanted it and thought so.
the umpire didn't flinch.
Didn't flinch at all. So count instead goes full with 1 out. Here comes the 3-2 when it's swung on and fouled down the first baseline.
That was also an unbelievable take. 2-2. Anything close, kind of just want to fall off. It's not your pitch, but took it. And, I mean, that's why she is Illinois' best hitter.
Here comes the 3-2. They're going to call that one a ball as well. That
Wow.
looked close. I will say, not as close as the last one looked, but certainly close.
2 great takes. Wow.
So Raiono takes first with 1 out. It will be Ramel for Illinois.
And, yeah, I mean, that was a pro at bat from Riano. But, I mean, still not. No damage done. Run on first. 1 out. Probably a meeting on the mound. Assume telling LeBeau everything's fine, you know, like up 3, tying runs on deck, but LeBeau's been great so far.
LeBeau has been great, and say most would argue that she probably should have struck out Raiono on at least one of those pitches, but regardless, Raiono takes first on the walk. Got 1 out for Delaney Ramel. And it'll be Lauren Durkowski now pitching for Michigan. So LeBeau's day is done. She did an excellent job, especially considering maybe the Rockies start early. Nothing too serious, but command seemed to be struggling a bit. Bases loaded situation in the first, base runners in the second, but LeBeau able to get out of both of those innings without surrendering a run. And she gave up 0 runs total. Raiono will be credited to LeBeau if she scores. Durkowski takes over. 1.83 ERA on the year. Durkowski has been excellent. 11-7 overall record. 34 walks, but get this, 133 strikeouts.
Yeah,
That is
that's
insane.
crazy.
It's extremely impressive.
In only 34 walks too, so I mean that's a great ratio.
111 innings pitched. So that's pretty impressive numbers for Durkowski. See if she can
Absolutely.
continue those against Delaney Ramel, who steps in with 1 out. Riono at first. She will be credited to Jessica LeBeau. Here comes the first pitch, and first pitch is high. Appeal to first. Didn't look like the hitter Ramel run around there, but I guess it never hurts to appeal over. Count is 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. One is swung on and popped up foul. Third base line. Can someone get to it? No. Sealer went sliding, but the ball caught the net. That runs along these fences.
Yeah, so I mean, for Illinois here, new pitcher. I guess I'm not sure they're happy about LeBeau because Durkowski is nails, but
That one is in there for a strike, so the count moves to 1-2 on Delaney Ramel.
they haven't been they didn't get anything done against LeBeau, so maybe something will happen against Durkowski.
We'll see here. 1-2 is swung and missed. Another strikeout. And that is Durkowski's bread and butter.
That was a nasty pitch.
She averages more than 1 strikeout per inning, so these are quite common for Lauren Durkowski.
Yeah, I mean that was an awesome pitch. No chance there for Ramel.
Sydney Malott. Off speed got Malott swinging, and the throw down. Called safe is Kelly Riono, who took off for second. That was a great pitch off speed that got Malott swinging. They're going to appeal it, and it looks like they called the runner out now. So the umpires changed the call. Riono initially signaled that she was safe, but the umpire calls her out. Here comes the Illinois head coach. Definitely some uncertain moments among the officials here this afternoon. But Riono called out at second. What a pitch there by Durkowski, the off-speed, followed by an excellent throw from Kiki Thole, who is now behind the plate, over to Ward.
Yeah, wow. I mean, the second base umpire definitely had the better angle, but gets overruled here, and I feel like that's got to be a little awkward between umpires.
Definitely. And it looked like a good throw. I mean, I don't have a definitive... I don't know if she was definitively safe or out, but it looked like a close play. It definitely was a good throw and a good application of the tag. But I'm glad the umpires were able to sort it out, get the best call possible. Got some trivia here for the fans.
And for Michigan, just build on the lead here. Although we do have a new pitcher here for Illinois. Yeah.
New pitcher for Illinois will be Lauren Wiles, 4.23 ERA in the season. Boasts a 5-5 record through 46.1 innings. It's McVeigh, the leadoff for the Wolverines. First pitch is swung on and missed. McVeigh singled back in the third. She was credited with the single for what then was Michigan's first hit of the afternoon. Here comes the 0-1. When it's swung on and dribbled to the third baseman Ramel, who will fire out McVeigh. Good throw over there to Malott at first. 1 away.
And a good start for Illinois here. If you're Illinois, you just got to keep this lead where it is. More than three runs is going to be very hard to come back the way Durkowski's pitching.
Audrey LeClaire steps in for Michigan. First pitch is high and away. Wiles is the righty sophomore. Now faces Audrey LeClaire for the Wolverines. Here comes the 1-1, the 1-0 rather. When it's in there for a strike, count goes to 1-1.
And overall, offensively, I mean, Michigan hasn't really done much. Just the one home run is really the game so far.